Hey, it's Advent Calendar video week 1, days 1 through 7. I'll just quickly go through what we got in the Advent calendar, and then I'll show you what I'm making. I hope that you are maybe opening these along with me. I won't be opening these on camera today, but I'm going to make some pretty things, so let's talk about what came in each day. Day 1 was the hot air balloon, which I will assemble here in just a minute. A die set. The more metal, the better when it comes to advent calendars, in my opinion, and Spellbinders is always very die heavy, which I love. Anyway, this hello stamp came in day 2. This one is hello friend. We'll make a tag with that in just a bit. Flower dies, you can see them right over here. They are very cute, dainty, and adorable, perfect for a little gift tag. Then day 4 was the banner with 3 sentiments. We had, hello friend, thanks so much, happy birthday. And then there's also a banner that will die cut out that for you as well. Then what I like to call the squiggle die. It reminds me of what comes on like a Hostess Little Debbie cake thing. I don't know. I don't eat them, but that's what that reminds me of. Or also confetti. We're going to make a birthday little gift tag that goes in a bag. I'll show you in a minute. Day 6 was a Bumblebee. You can see his sweet little face here. I'm going to make a project with him as well. And then today, day 7, was the stencil with flowers. So we're going to make a project with that as well. So let's just jump right into everything, shall we? I'm going to start with the first day, the hot air balloon, and I've die cut out everything in colors that I thought would be semi-neutral, because originally I thought I was going to use this little hello banner, but I wanted my project to look a little different and a little more unique. So I'm going to make this with no sentiment. I know, interesting, odd, but it's fine. There's going to be a sentiment on this later. Sorry, I heard a weird noise. I am aware of what usually comes in the advent calendar. This is year 3 of receiving it. So I'm assuming that there's going to be some more sentiments coming up, whether that be dies or stamps. But I was looking for something to go on this gift tag. And ironically, I thought hello would not work for a gift tag. And I end up using something that says hello anyway, but that's fine. It was a creative choice, I guess. But this little hello is not going to go to waste. It will go on another project. So I'm making a bunch of tags here in Advent. This little one will be popped on to the tag. I have some blue cardstock on the tag all ready to go. I won't be adding any of the frills to the projects until the very end, when I have opened all the windows and have all of the embellishments and sentiments all ready to go from the advent calendar. Then I can really mix and match and really use the kit for what I was hoping for. So I could have used this little hello friend that came with this stamp, but I ended up using something else. So you'll have to stay tuned till week 4 of Advent, where I share all of the projects. I'm really excited to show you that video. I have filmed everything already when I am filming this and doing the voiceover. So just know I'm making a bunch of tags. I think I will be ready for the rest of the year for gifts. But this little tag is going to be Copic colored here. And anytime I Copic color, I use some basic black ink. I use Memento Tuxedo Black. It's a Copic friendly ink. And on the tags, I think I mentioned this, maybe I didn't. If I did not, I'm just going to say it now. All of the tags that I have here are all pre-cut and punched out. They are all from my craft store that has closed. It was the biggest one in Minnesota. It is now closed. It is horrible. I'm so sad that they closed. But anyway, when they were closing, they had a pretty good sale. So I scooped up these tags. and they were all pre-made. But to make tags, it's really not hard. Cut out a rectangle, notch the corners if you want, punch a hole in the top. Easy peasy. Look how fun these tags are. I can add them to gift boxes, gift bags, anything really. Now on this one, I'm going to just create a little warm color of pink on the bottom for all of my flowers to rest. And I did not actually open an ink pad to do that. If you are using oxide inks often, you probably know that when you use oxide inks, your brushes or your blenders do stay a little bit inky, if you will. So that was just the ink that was left on my brush from whenever I used pink last. And of course, on tags, I like to put chunky sentiments because why not? I grabbed my little hole punch and didn't realize it. There we go. Now this is a little different than a tag. Don't mind the sentiment, that's a BetterPress one, but it's coming off. Long story short, I changed my mind. Anyway, this project is going to go on a gift bag as a little, like a mini card for a gift bag. So I'm going to adhere it, take all that sentiment off. I really do like that sentiment, but I wanted to stick with the advent calendar as much as possible, and I forgot about these banner sentiments. There we go. Now all I need is a birthday bag to put that on. This little bee, I did the same thing and made a little birthday. Is this a birthday? I'm not sure about the sentiment, but I did make a little mini card here to go on a gift bag. Now the bee's eyes at first are pretty dark, so I'm going to show you what I did and then I'll show you taking it off and redoing it. To me, they were just really, really dark, especially with my blue cardstock. They just kind of got lost. In person, it looks okay. On camera, it looks very, very dark. But I don't know. I didn't really like the way it looked. So in just a minute here, I'm going to rip off the eyes and redo them. As I do that, I will tell you about the little hexagons there. These are teeny tiny. So my squares here are 1 inch. So you can see they're like in one of those little 1/16 of an inch square. These are teeny tiny. So anytime I have something this small, I like to grab glue from like a little area like this and kind of pounce it first and then put it on my project. You can see with the first one, I did have some glue smushing. And if I kind of get the glue on gently with my tweezer, I do have a better chance for not having glue smushes. Okay, all I did was switch the white and the black from the back to the front. That was very fast, I'm sorry, but I will show you a picture of it at the end. All right, I'm going to finish this video up with the stencil. I ended up loving the way that this looked. This was my very first attempt using this stencil, and I would not start with this one first. They did not put any numbers on the stencil, so technically it doesn't really matter, but you'll see here in just a minute how the middle flower just kind of looks better if I do the stencil that has the stems of the leaves first, which is ironically what I did third. So I will show you when I flip my wheel around the correct order. If I were going to redo this, this is what I would do. Because when I put this on, whoops, that dark little circle went away. So I will have to put that first stencil back and redo that dark flower, but it's fine. It can happen. No biggie. Like I said, I would start with this one. Okay, I haven't been saying any of the ink colors. I hope that if you are interested in knowing what the ink colors I used are, you can just see it on there. But these teal and pink color tones are ones that I've been reaching for a lot, kind of since September time. I just kind of get stuck in colors, but I do like the way that this looks, so I'm not upset about it. All right, I'll just turn my stamp wheel around And again, I'm going to use this stencil first because it is the darkest for the flower, that is. You might be wondering, why are you using tape? You have the stamp wheel. There's supposed to be a sticky mat. Yes. And it's doing its job holding my paper. But the stencil is a tiny stencil. So if I had a smaller panel, then it would be fine. But I have so much white cardstock there that there was nowhere for my stencil to stick. So I just popped some tape on there, which is not a big deal because the tape does not leave any sticky residue for my grid mat. I would highly recommend getting a grid mat if you do any stenciling, or if you like to do like the turnabout stamping. I would invest in it because look how pretty this is. And it's way easier to use a stencil with a grid mat, whether you use the stamp wheel or not. But that's just my opinion. Now I was really giving it a look over and I do like the way it looks. All I have to do now is just clean up my stencils and put away my lovely things. And here's a look at some of the cute projects. Now this is just an update from today. So some of them don't have sentiments. There will be sentiments, do not worry. Coming in a few weeks. So come back next Saturday for week 2. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye, Crafty Friend.